Royal South African buttermilk rusks. Step 1 on how to make them. Put flour into sieve.
How much flour?
It is 1 kilogram of self-raising wheat flour.
They never used to have the wheat on it. Now they've got wheat flour. What's the difference?
Made from wheat. Five mils of salt. Then in a separate bowl, you're going to take 500 grams of buttermilk, cultured buttermilk. Scrape it out, don't waste.
Yeah, quite a lot sticks to it, so.
You're going to take 1 egg. And you're going to take 2 cups of sugar. Stop it. Mix 2 spoons of 2 cups, 250 mils of sugar.
No, that's more than 250 mil.
2 cups. And the cup is 250 mils, so that will be 500 mils of sugar.
Yeah.
Just mix it up. Get a little creamy. Mix the buttermilk. Just take your baking spoon and just pour a spoon of oil in as well. And a little bit of oil for mixing when you're going to just knead them for your hands. Just mix this together. Now we're going to take 250 mils of butter. That's exactly 250. What a good guess. Keep a clean table while you're working. Put your butter in. And because we all South Africans like good old aniseed, you just pour in as much as you wish to put in. Approximately half a packet, quarter packet, or bottle, however. This would be a quarter of this little bottle.
Shall I?
450 gram bottle.
And don't put it all in.
No, definitely don't put it all in. You can melt the butter if you so wish and
Make it
put
soft,
much
not
softer
melt it,
to put it in. I'm just cutting this up a little bit, and then I have a special tool to work the butter through. It's got strands on here. It's very useful. You just hold it and you work your butter through like this. If you want to make your butter softer, then you won't really need this tool, but you could still have to work it through with a spoon.
Otherwise you use your hands.
Otherwise you can use your hands, yes. This just doesn't get your hands dirty.
So if you used your hands, you have to put oil on your hands now?
No, you would just rub it, all the butter through with your fingertips. Would you like me to demonstrate?
No, I wouldn't want your hands to get dirty.
I don't mind. But you would just have to work it through with your hands. your fingertips, actually, not your hands, your fingertips. Remember, you're not mixing cement, it's food.
Now, was I supposed to do
And
that?
Granny was supposed to do this.
Well, nobody asked me.
You
just
can make the
started doing
balls,
yourself.
Gran. You can make the balls. Alright, you can roll the balls.
Gave me a worse job.
No, this is the worst job actually. Prior to starting everything, you must cook and spray your pan, or take a little oil and rub it in all the corners all over the pan to prevent your dough from sticking. And turn your oven to 180 Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit. I think it is gas 4 or 5. Check your cookbooks
What do
for
you have, Jay?
gas.
Gas.
And it's going to melt anyway. Not serious. Make sure we can put a little more of that aniseed in.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to kill it with aniseed because then it'll taste too licoricey.
Yeah.
Because aniseed is licorice. Open that, please, Mum. Cool. Okay. Okay, now that's as well in there.
What is today, Chef? Saturday,
Sunday, Nan.
isn't it?
Sunday, Nan.
Sunday.
Next step. Next step. Make a little well in the center.
You slowly add the liquid.
Slowly
Don't
add your
throw it
liquid.
all in. And then incorporate from the sides.
It's Master Chef talking.
I'd love to see Jared doing this. He should have been doing it.
We'll do the next batch during the week, all by himself. And you see how it starts to come together? But it's still too dry. And it starts to get messy once you've mixed this, and you get oil on your hands, and the trick is to keep your hands with oil once you dig in here. See how turning my bowl just makes life easier? Right. Now I'm going to get a bit messy. A little bit of cooking oil in the dish.
Take your rings off.
Over your hands. Now she'll do this now. And I'm just using my knuckles like this. The bowl is turning. Then my hands are oiled inside. I just keep turning the dough. Gets a bit messy. Just oil your hands a bit. Doesn't matter if it sticks. All the flour has to be worked in. Get it away from the sides of the bowl. Still a little bit of flour left at the bottom. That's dry. Can you pour some more oil in here for me, please? Almost there. Scrape it away from the sides. Almost perfect. Just to incorporate the flour so that everything is mixed. It's not bread that has to rise. And it will be sticky like this and a bit doughy. It's perfect. It has to be. Now I'm going to wash my hands. Get all the dough off. I'm going to wash my hands, put more oil, quite a bit of oil in my dish. And then I'm going to take little balls, I'll show you now, and do that. Pour some more oil in that, please, man. Did you pour more oil?
Yeah.
And then Granny's going to make the balls to show you. Can you manage to sit and do it? Where do you stand? Where do you want the oil? Here's our nice big baking tin, and we're going to put 3 balls across and keep on pushing them up so that we can fit all the dough in, because they're going to be just little balls that are going to rise up like a big loaf of bread. Start at one end of the pan. Just going to keep on oiling her hands so it doesn't stick too much to her hands. You don't have to be too gentle with it, but it's just not that it's concrete. Just keep on pushing it and pushing it up. In the meantime, my oven is ready now because I had it on earlier, so once we finish with the balls, we can just put them immediately in and they will bake for approximately 45 minutes. You have to stick a knife into the center to check if it comes out clear. The rusks are done. If the dough sticks to the knife, it's not, just turn your oven down and cook for a further 10-15 minutes. Once the rusks are finished, you remove them from the oven, let them cool down, turn the pan over onto a board or a rack and let them cool. Once cooled, put them on a breadboard, a breadboard, and you can break them open with a fork, or you can slice them and you will put them on a rack in a big pan in the oven to dry out at a very, very low oven until they dry. Pack them away in a nice tin, enjoy them with your coffee, and think of us back home.
Don't eat them all at once.
His nails are so long. Almost the size of golf balls. And if one is a little bit, when you get to the end and you have to squish in, then you just, if you need to make them a bit bigger near the end and you're battling to put it in, or smaller, it doesn't matter. It's going to all be cut up and eaten.
And eaten in 2 minutes.
Mom, you need to make them bigger. They're too small. We're going to have loads of dough. Those are too small. Okay, squish them in. Take bigger chunks, otherwise we'll have too much dough. No, take all that together. You're making them too small. Put it all together. The balls. Otherwise we're going to have too much dough for the pan. Better. Just roll it in the palm of your hand, more or less. It doesn't have to be a perfect ball. Just keep squishing up. stage your hands feel a bit too sticky or tacky, stop, wash them off, dry them, put your hands in the oil again and start again. It's not serious. Too small. Too small. It's ready. That way or this way. And that is the end of our rusks. I hope you enjoy the time. It is now 2:30, so we will cook them and we'll check them at about 3 o'clock. See if they're alright. If they're ready, they'll come out. If not, we'll keep them for another 15 minutes till 3:15. Then we'll take them out the oven, let them cool. Once it's cooled a bit, we'll put it onto a tray, a baking tray, and then we'll let it cool completely before we break or cut them, however you wish. Break them with a fork or put it on a breadboard and cut them with a knife. I checked the rusks at 3 o'clock, which was baking for half an hour. They rose beautifully, but they were not cooked. I'm going to open. It's been another 15 minutes, but I had turned my oven down slightly to 160 degrees.
From 190.
From 190, because my oven makes things too brown. It just depends.
Is different.
I'm going to stick the knife into the center of the rusk just to check. There's still a little bit of dough onto the knife, which tells me the center is not cooked. So I'm going to stick it back now for about 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll check it again after 10 minutes. Not quite cooked yet. Okay, our rusks are now cooked, and they've been standing out for about 5 minutes, and now I've just taken it from the pan and I've put it onto a wire rack of baking rack, just so that it could air instead of being on a board right now, just to cool off. You can put it on your oven rack if you wish. Just take that out, but be careful you don't burn your surface wherever you're putting that onto. And now they will cool down completely. When they completely cool down, then I will can still turn it now very carefully and let it cool. Then we will either cut them or break them with a fork for the drying procedure. It's beautiful. These actually cooked for an hour and a quarter, for a full hour and a quarter today. Sometimes a little less, but it's not serious. They are cooked.
How long do you leave that there for?
I'm just going to let it cool until we're able to work with it. If you don't leave it to cool long enough, I can't give you an exact time. It will break, all the little tops will break off.
Cold?
Almost cold. So maybe in the next 15 minutes we can start breaking them. Otherwise it's too hot to handle and everything will just crumble and break. Okay, our rusks have cooled down and we are going to now cut them so that we can get them into our pieces so that we can start drying them. If the little tops fall off, which sometimes they will, it's not a train smash, but you try and work carefully. If it's still too hot once I cut open, you have to wait because you don't want it a big crumbly mess. So I'm going to cut the very end one here. It was quite large, and that is what they will look like. Steam is coming off. That's also very large, but I'm going to cut in half to see if I can make them into more rusks. Because some of them were big. And we'll just go along all the way until it's finished. Then what you would do is you would cut in half like that. That's going to be a very big rusk, so I will try and see if I can cut without breaking the little top off. So now I'm getting a few more rusks out. If you don't, you just... And then these will go into the pan now for drying, like that. The little bits that are breaking off, you can eat them. I think it's still a little bit too hot. It's a little bit hot.